What's up, everybody? Mr. Pike coming at you live again. In this video, we're going to be looking at section 2.6. I did it wrong, so I had to scratch it out. Sorry, my bad. All this is function composition. So you will see stuff. Notice this is an open circle right there. The way this is read, f of g of x, right? So when we see f of x, right, we reread that f of x. So if you see f of g, sometimes that'll be in parentheses too, f of g of x, that open circle just means we're doing something called function composition. It's used a lot in business. You guys will see it as you move forward in math. So f of g of x means to do f of g of x. All right, now let's see how this actually plays out and how we do this stuff. So with example 1, really there's no explanation to this stuff. You just need to know that this means to do f of g of x. All right, so now what that is it's saying, normally, sorry, quick aside, if we did f of 4 when f of x equals 3x plus 2, right? So that means my x value is 4. So I would put in 4 so that f of 4 would be 3 times 4 plus 2. Then I would do this as 12 plus 2. Then I would do this as 14. So I would say f of 4 equals 14, right? So instead of an x, I had a 4. Well, I start with the innermost terms. So what I mean by that is I have a bunch of parentheses here. I look to the very innermost. That's just an x. So there's nothing that I can do to get g of x to be different. So what I'm going to do is I know what g of x is. So I'm going to go ahead and substitute what g of x is in that spot right there. So I have f of g of x, which is x plus 5. All right, and I'm putting that in because that's what g of x is. I'm reading it right here. It's giving me my two functions, f of x and g of x. All right, so now it's saying go to f. Now x plus 5 is our new x. So I'm using this as my new x. So where I see x in f of x, I'm going to put x plus 5. So taking my function exactly as I see, I should have left myself some more space, I'm sorry. So 3 times my new x, which is x plus 5 now, and then minus 4. So 3 times my new x minus 4, right? So that's just 3 times x minus 4. So from this point, getting to this step is the hardest part of these. Because now all I'm going to do is simplify this thing. So I'm going to distribute my 3 to both terms. So I have 3x plus 15 minus 4. 15 minus 4 is 11, so I can say this is 3x plus 11. That's what we're going to be looking for f of g of x. Right? That's really it. So just make sure you guys read these things as you go along and follow it exactly in the order that it's going. All right, so looking at the next one. G of f of x. So notice, this one said f of g, this one says g of f. So it's essentially the same thing, except now we are going the other way. All right, so I have g of f of x. That's exactly what that means. So what I'm going to do is take my f of x function, and I'm going to substitute it in for that part. All right, so that I have g of f of x, which is 3x minus 4, just like that. And then this says go to g, and this is your new x. So I'm going to go to my g function, which is x plus 5, and the 3x minus 4 is my new x. So I have essentially taking the g function, 3x minus 4 as my new x, and then plus 5. So plus 5. Right? So there's would be x plus 5, but it's the new x plus 5. So then it's just a matter of simplifying. There's nothing to distribute, so this is really just 3x minus 4. So negative 4 and 5 make 1, so this is all just 3x plus 1. That's it. That's really all there is to this. So now I have one that says f of x. You can use the same function with itself. So f of x is how I would see that written. So I'm going to substitute in f of x so that I have f of what f of x is, which is 3x minus 4. So f of 3x minus 4. And then I'm going to take this 3x minus 4 and substitute it in where I see x in my f function. So I have 3 times my new x, which is 3x minus 4, minus 4. Right? So 3x minus 4, 3x minus 4, but it's the new x in spot for the old x. All right? And then it's just a matter of simplifying that. So I would have 9x minus 12 minus 4. So this would come out to 9x minus 16. That would be it. All right, moving on. That's really all there is to this. We're going to be done after this example. Super short video. Yeah. All right. So it's just going to take a lot of practice for you guys. So just make sure you guys are trying these. Even if you pause the video, rewind it, try these problems, download the PDFs that I'm putting up with these videos to help you guys work through them. All right, so I have g of h of x. So I have different function names now, but it's still the same exact idea, g of h of x. So my h of x is that junk right there. So I'm going to take that and substitute it in so that I have g of x plus 4. Oops, meant to do that in blue. There we go. So g of x plus 4. Now I'm going to take that x plus 4 and put it in where I see x here. So notice the squared is on the outside. That 2 is also on the outside. So I'm going to make myself a little bit more space. It's going to take a little bit more effort to simplify this one. All right, so 2x squared minus 3, where my x plus 4 is my new variable. So now, from this point, once you have this, don't forget this is 2 times x plus 4 times x plus 4 minus 3. If it helps you to remember that this is x plus 4 squared, not just x squared plus 16, you're missing your middle term if you just do x squared plus 16. It's not that, because you need to distribute everything to everything such that you would get 2 times x squared plus 4x plus 4x plus 16 minus 3. And then you can combine like terms on the inside. So 2 times x squared plus 8x plus 16 minus 3. And then you can distribute your 2. So 2 times x squared plus 16x plus 32 minus 3. So that will give me 2x squared plus 16x, and that's a 32 right there. So plus 29. That would be the problem, or the solution that we would be looking for. All right, so plug stuff in. What's that called? Substitute things. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. And then simplify. So substitute and simplify. Substitution is the hardest part. So let me know what questions you guys got as you go through. All right, going the other way now. Now I have h of g of x, which is a lot easier. It's a lot less work. All right, so because g of x, all that is that's my 2x squared minus 3, so I'll put that in. So h of 2x squared minus 3. All right, so that's just taking g of x and substituting it for what it is. All right, and then I'm going to h. This is my new x, so I'm going to go to h and put that in for the new x, such that I have 2x squared minus 3. Parentheses around it when I substitute, just to make sure I don't need to distribute something, because there's nothing to distribute here. So I can just leave this 2x squared minus 3, so negative 3 and positive 4 make plus 1, so 2x squared plus 1, that's it. Like I said, much easier. All right, that's really it. Super short video, super short monkey. So there's the tall monkey. There's the short monkey. All right, sorry. Anyways, again, as always, let me know what I can do to help you guys. All right, I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.